Hey, what's up friends? Moses here from Driver Success. I hope and pray that you guys are doing well. I'm just driving from my orientation. I'll tell you about the orientation process in the next video. In this video, I just want to talk to you about the onboarding process, since in the last video we talked about the application process. I'm recording this on Wednesday the 15th of 2024. Just for reference, for those of you that may be applying to come to Walmart. As I said in the last video, for those of you that are interested to come to Walmart, my advice is, one, you look at the qualifications and make sure that you do qualify to be a Walmart truck driver, because they are very strict about the qualifications. Number two, find out which distribution centers you want to apply to that are close to you. You can only apply to distribution centers that are within a 250 radius mile from where you live. So find those positions and continuously look at the website to see any job postings. Do it a couple of times a day, because what you want is, as soon as they post that job listing, you want to be among the first people to apply for it, because there are many drivers that want to come to Walmart. So you want to make sure you're among the first people to apply. The other thing, I encourage you to put somebody as a reference, because my understanding is that people that have somebody referring them get the priority. So make sure you have your qualifications. Make sure you're among the first people to put in your application. Have somebody as a reference. If you don't know anybody that you can use on your application, I give you permission to use me. Just put in my name, Moses Kangave. I'm gonna put it on the screen. If you want, you can include my driver number, which is 72112. When the recruiter calls you, they will ask you that question again: how did you hear about us? Just remember to let them know that Moses referred you. Now, the recruiter will let you know of all the things that, like what to expect concerning the job. And one of the things he's also going to let you know, is going to let you know the process that you're going to go through to get into Walmart. It's going to be a 4-week process. As soon as you get that, if everything checks out, like your background check, everything checks out, it's going to be a 4-week process. The first week is going to be for onboarding. The second week is going to be for orientation, and then 2 weeks to go out with a driver mentor, so you can learn the system, the way Walmart does their system. That trainer is not training you to drive. They are training you on the Walmart system, how you get paid, how to use the tablet, and all that stuff. So you are looking at a month, 4 weeks. Onboarding, orientation, 2 weeks of driving with a mentor, and then the 5th week you are on your own. So I talked to you about the application process. Now let's talk about the first week, which is onboarding. So Walmart, actually I forgot to ask, I was meant to ask how many regions we have, but Walmart has regions. I don't know how many there are there. I want to say maybe 4, but I know that here in Texas we are in region number 2. So every region has, I think, maybe states that are within that region. So when you get accepted and they give you that job conditional offer, you have a decision to make. Let me start with that decision. You have a decision to make. Either you are going to quit your job to go to onboarding, or you can just take some time off of your job, come to onboarding, and make sure you pass. You find out whether you pass the onboarding, and then you put in your week notice or 2 weeks notice to quit. Walmart will let you do that. They will let you come for onboarding, and if you pass, they will let you give your employer like the 2 weeks notice if you have to. If you don't have to, or if you don't need to, then, well, that doesn't apply to you, of course. So the way this works is, if you live within a 50-mile radius within your the facility where you're going to do the onboarding, if you live within 50 miles, Walmart will not give you a hotel. You'll have to, you'll have to commute to and from the onboarding facility. If you live outside 50 miles, if it's 50 miles or more from your residence, that is the address you use on the application, to the onboarding facility, if you are 50 miles away, they are going to get you a hotel. So it's if they get you a hotel, you'll check in on Sunday evening, and then you'll have that hotel until Thursday or until Friday. It depends, and I'm going to tell you why it depends. But technically, you have 4 days to do the onboarding. The first day is going to be about it's going to be you filling in your I-9 to show that you are authorized to work. So it will be you filling in your I-9. There are some safety forms you will have to sign, the drug and alcohol stuff. You have to do that, sign that. You have to do a drug test. It's a P test, so you'll have to do a drug test. And then they're going to show you the backing test. One of the instructors is going to demonstrate to you how the backing test is done and how the pre-trip is done, the Walmart way. I encourage you to pay attention to those things. Now, when it comes to backing, they're going to demonstrate to you how to do it, but you can do it any way you want to. My encouragement to you is watch them and try as much as possible to do it the way they do it, because the space is kind of tight. It's not very tight, but it's kind of tight, and if you're not very careful, you will mess up. So my encouragement, pay close attention when they show you that on Monday. They only show it to you once. They show you the backing test and the pre-trip once. So pay attention to that. Now, when it comes to driving, so the backing test and the pre-trip do not change. They are going to be the same every time you do them. When it comes to the driving test, there are going to be 3 routes that you will have to do. Every day will be a different route. So again, Monday when you come in, you're going to come in at least talking about the facility in Garland, here in Texas, or in Region 2. Right now, the training facility or the onboarding facility is in Garland, Texas. So when you come in the morning, like when they give you the job like that, the offer, they'll start communicating to you through emails. Pay attention to your emails. If you need, or they may call you to introduce themselves and to give you some information over the phone. Just make sure you have your phone always with you close by. The process is really quick when you put in your application. They say it may take up to 10 days for your background check. Mine took less than that, because I put in the application on Friday. They called me back on Monday. By Friday, I was all set and ready to go. So unless there's something wrong with your background check, as long as you are replying to those emails and doing what the emails tell you to do, you shouldn't have a problem. The other thing I'm going to encourage you is read carefully those emails and find out the information you need to bring to the onboarding. When we were at onboarding, there are some drivers that forgot to bring their one driver forgot to bring their social security card. They had to call their wife and have them. I had them tell their wife to send it FedEx overnight. Otherwise, they were going to have to reschedule. They were going to be sent home and asked to reschedule. And then there are, I think, 2 drivers that did not bring their medical certification. Same thing was going to happen. They were going to have to reschedule if they couldn't take care of it. But they were able to tell them to go to DMV, to DPS to get their medication. And so that, I think, worked out for all 3 of those drivers. But if they had taken time to read those emails and remember to do that, they wouldn't have any problem. But that kind of disorganized them because they had to take care of that. So pay attention to the documents you are supposed to bring. Don't forget your social security card or your passport, or don't forget your medical card, your medical certification card. So when we got there, in that email they will tell you to get there between 7:15 and 7:30. They specifically say in that email they don't want you to be late and they don't want you to get there before 7:15. So you have a 15-hour window to get there. You shouldn't have a problem with that. For those of you that will be staying in a hotel, they will pay. The hotel will give you breakfast. We all get lunch provided to us, whether you are at the hotel or not. And for those staying at the hotel, you can buy your own dinner. They will reimburse. Just remember to keep the receipt. And my encouragement to you is, when you're buying that dinner, buy it separately. Make sure it has its own receipt, because at the end of the day, you will want to put in, to give in that receipt so they can reimburse you. They will also reimburse you for the miles. In case any of you lives within the 15 miles, but like maybe you live like 48 miles away, right? You may be wondering, I wonder if they could give me an exception. I live between 45 and 47 miles away from the facility. It just depends on which route I take. I tried to see if I could get an exception, if I could get a hotel. They said no, they don't make any exceptions. So, but because I didn't want to wake up very early and to struggle through traffic, I got my own hotel room so that I can just concentrate on the onboarding process. So in case you are somebody that has that question, they don't make any exceptions. You either are within the 50 miles or you are outside the 50 miles. That was my experience. So when you get to the facility here in Garland, what we had, we found our name tags. Like they had a lanyard with our name tags there. This isn't the one, but I'm saying this is a different one. But they had one where they had our name tags, and they also had, like place the name tags that they placed, like on the table. So when you come in, you don't just sit anywhere, you just sit where your name is. And I thought that was pretty cool. So you can know everybody by name. And so they said it's one of the things they want to do. They want people to refer to each other by name. That's why we had those made for us. So the first day, we were supposed to be 20 drivers. One of the drivers didn't show up. I don't know why. Maybe they had to reschedule something. So we were 19 drivers in our class. We were divided into 2 groups. The reason they did it that way is one group was going to first do the I-9, the safety stuff and the drug test, while the other group goes out to do to see the pre-trip and the backing done. So while others were out doing the pre-trip and the backing, some of us were inside doing filling out the I-9, the safety stuff, like we had some stuff to sign, and the drug test. Then when those people came back, this other second group went to do the other stuff. The other thing that you will also do, so that's how the first day will be. The other thing you'll do, there will be somebody there from HR department. So you'll see a lot of slides from HR talking about their policies and what they expect from you. And then also one of the, I think, instructors there was talking about safety stuff. So the first day is really you doing I-9, safety slides and stuff, signs, drug test, showing you how the pre-trip is going to be done, how the backing is going to be done, and yeah, that's it for the first day. The second, third, and fourth days, those are going to be the exact same things done. All those days are for testing. They test you on the pre-trip, they test you on the backing, they test you on the driving. Again, remember, the backing and the pre-trip are exactly the same. The thing that changes are your driving routes. When you come in on Monday, you will find a folder that has some stuff in it, like the forms that you will need to sign, and also it will have the pre-trip, the stuff you need to read concerning the pre-trip, how they want it done. My encouragement to you is to really concentrate on that pre-trip. I think I'll be able to make another video just talking about the pre-trip to give you some pointers that will help you pass that pre-trip. But that is something that you need to work on as much as possible if you want to pass it. The other thing is, what else do I need to tell you? The instructors are really good. When you go out on tests, you are going to have different instructors. You have I don't remember how many instructors. So on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, you'll be inside the room. It will be kind of boring, but at the same time, it will be those days put you on tension. So what happens? You all come in the morning. Oh, by the way, one of the other things that they do when you come in on Monday morning, and every morning, the first thing you do is the Walmart cheer. So if you've never done that, like I had never done it, of course, if you've never worked for Walmart, you probably don't know what that is. But they have what they call the Walmart cheer. So like in the morning, you have to pump up yourself and do the Walmart cheer. It's an easy thing. The first day, you may be like wondering what is happening. The other days, you'll be good to go because you'll be excited about it. It's a Walmart cheer. What did I want to say? Oh, day 2, 3, and 4 are exactly the same. They're kind of boring in the sense that you are inside a room just waiting for you to be called upon. So they have different drivers, the instructors, or they call them CDTs. One of them will come out, call one of you, and then they will tell you what they're gonna do. Maybe like, we are gonna do an inspection. Another one will come, call one of you and say we are gonna do driving. Another one will come, call one of you and say we are gonna do backing. So like different instructors come, maybe like 6 of them come, or I don't remember how many we had, but they're gonna take you out, and then for those of you that are in there, you stay in there just maybe practicing your pre-trip, talking, just waiting until your turn comes. until you are done with all 3 for that day. The following day, the same thing happens. Chances are you are not going to get the same instructor on those things. Like the person who does your driving today will be different from the one who will do it tomorrow, will be different from the one who will do it the next day. I think I like that system because you can never say that somebody doesn't like you or somebody is being mean to you, because you get different instructors training you on different, testing you on different things. So I think it's fair enough. My encouragement to you is treat every test as if it's your only shot. Don't try to think, I know like some drivers say that Tuesday and Wednesday are like practicing days and Thursday is the real test. Don't listen to that. Don't go by that. Treat every single day as the only day you have, and treat every single test as the only test you have. My encouragement to you is pay attention when they are showing you how they do the backing, how they do the pre-trip. Read the pre-trip and treat every single test as your only one shot at that test. Give it your best, give it your all. And to those of you that are way over experienced, and I'm putting that in quotes because some people that are experienced come in with maybe the attitude that they know it all. I encourage you to forget everything you know and just learn the Walmart way. Just come in as a student. I don't care if you have 30 years of driving experience or you have 30 months. When you come in there, come in with the attitude of learning the Walmart way and come in with an attitude of being a student. Learn their way, do it their way. Take your time. If you have some habits that you think you need to work on, my encouragement to you is work on them before you apply. For example, if you follow too closely, because I see it when I'm driving, I see drivers that follow too closely. If you follow too closely, break that habit before you even think of applying. If you don't stop, break that habit. If you speed, break that habit. Try to go back to the basics. Sometimes experienced drivers have bad habits, but maybe those bad habits haven't got them into trouble and they just assume they are good drivers. Break those habits if you want to pass the Walmart test. You will pass if you do it right. So that's my encouragement to you. Just to give you an idea of how to take this seriously. As I said, we were supposed to be 20 drivers. One of us didn't show up, so we ended up being 19. Of course, by the end of Monday, we were still 19. We came in on Tuesday, 19 drivers. By the time we came in on Wednesday, we were 16. So I was thinking, we were 19, now we are 16. That's not too bad, because I had some classes that had lost like 50% or more. So when I saw that we came in on Wednesday and we are still 16, I'm like, okay, that's not bad. So that means the first testing day, we lost 3 drivers. When we came in on Thursday morning, we were still 16. And I'm like, wow, we are doing good. This class is awesome. We started out 19, we are 16, we are doing good. And remember, that was the last day, Thursday. We started out 16. The people that passed on Thursday without needing Friday were only 5. So out of 16 drivers, 5 made it. So out of the entire class of 19 drivers, 5 made it on Thursday. Now, I don't know how many people made it back on Friday, because the way they do it, it's hard for you to tell if who made it or who didn't. So the way they do it on Thursday, which is the last testing day, when you are done with when you are coming kind of close to the end of the day, they're going to come in and tell you that we are going to start calling you one by one. When we call you, come with all your stuff. So they start calling one driver by one driver. When you go in there, with the drivers that are still in the room, we don't get to see you again. We just know that they called you, you didn't come back. They come and call somebody else. So we are here in this room, and the pressure is high, because you are wondering, okay, did they pass? Are they coming back on Friday? Or did they fail? You don't know, because they said, we are going to be calling you one by one. Come with all your stuff. And all we know, for those of us who are staying, who are still inside, all we know is people are going and they're not coming back. So until they do that, until the very last people that pass. So they did that until it was only 5 of us left. When the 5 of us were left, then all the instructors came in, and I'm telling you, that moment, when that moment I don't know how to explain it to you. It's an experience you need to have, because it is amazing. It's like you feel all this weight that was on your shoulder get off your shoulder, and they really make it special. In my experience, in my opinion, that was a very special moment. They come in, they play this loud music, at least at the Garland facility. They played loud music. They put on a video, like kind of like a Walmart driver promotional video, and like they turn down the lights and we are in there. They're playing this video. All the instructors are behind us, and it is an amazing feeling. I don't know how to explain it. You just need to experience it for yourself, because at that moment you realize, I made it. And then after that, the person, the main, I'm just going to call him the main instructor, the one who was kind of like in charge, came and, like after the video, like he was congratulating us. They give us that hat that I showed you guys, the Walmart hat, and then there is a certain coin they gave us, and I'm telling you, it was special. Like welcoming us. They gave us an opportunity. I mean, like they talked to us as instructors to welcome us. Then they gave us an opportunity to, like to give them feedback. That moment is a special moment. It's an amazing moment. It makes you feel like you've come to a special place, to a special family. It just feels good. It just really feels good. And it's something you can't really put in words. You just have to experience it. So if you are coming to Walmart, you will have that experience. I don't know if they do it at other onboarding facilities, but I like the way they do it here. It's an exciting time, and then you know that you are done. I don't know how many people we are going to come back on Friday. I want to say, I don't think it was more than 3 people. I'm thinking probably 1 or 2 people we are going to be coming back on Friday to do a retest, because if you have been doing good, and that's why I'm telling you, take every test serious. If you have been doing consistently good in every single day, and then maybe on Thursday something goes wrong, they know you've been doing good. Maybe something just went off, maybe you were under pressure or something, they will retest you on Friday. So my encouragement to you, every single day, every single test, take it as your only one shot. If you do that, I promise you it will be worth it, because at the end of that that day, when you get that, when they throw that welcoming, like kind of quote unquote mini party, it's amazing. It just feels so good. So that is the onboarding process. Hopefully I've been able to cover most of the stuff that you guys need to know. If you have any questions, let me know. Just send me an email, moses@driversuccess.com, or you can text me 866 Moses50. I'll do my best to reply as soon as I can. Again, as I said, I'll make a video about the pre-trip and something to help you know, give you some clues on how to pass that. I'll also make the next video probably will be about this process that I'm currently going through, the orientation process, because again, as I said, if you finish onboarding, you'll either want to go back to your previous employer to put in your 2 weeks notice or 1 week notice, whatever you decide, or you can go straight to orientation. So for me, because I had already given a JB Hunt notice, right now I'm going through orientation. By the way, when I was there onboarding, there was a fellow driver from JB Hunt. Luckily he also passed, but he hadn't put in his notice. So with him, he went back to give them a week notice. So he's not right now. This week he's doing his week notice at JB Hunt. I'm doing orientation here, and then he will be here next week to do orientation. We are all coming from Sanga, so he'll be doing orientation while I'm out with a trainer for my first week. So that's something to think about, how you want to do that. If you want to give notice, you have to make up your mind and decide whether you want to wait. If you want to do that, Walmart will let you do that. They will let you do that. So just think about what you want to do. All right, friends, until next time, stay blessed and stay safe. Again, if you need somebody to refer you, use me as a reference. Where the section where they say, how did you hear about us? Just put in my name and my driver ID if you want to. And also, when they call you, they will ask you the same question. Just let them know that I referred you. If you know of anybody else that you want to use that works for Walmart, again, it doesn't have to be me. I'm just saying, if you don't know anybody, I give you permission to use me. All right, my friends, until next time, stay blessed and stay safe. Bye-bye.
A husband, father, Christian and truck driver, telling you my story and the world through my eyes. So keep the faith, let's keep it fresh. And this is driver success. Yeah, let's go.